Welcome back
to Himatsubaruishi.
Subaruishi, that's it. Where Uishi turns into not only a clone of himself and everyone else, but also a car. Subaru Uishi,
Yes.
how are you doing today? Well, I am doing very well. I am God now. Boom, boom. There you go.
That's exactly how I imagine his character arc ended.
This is definitely I end up at the end of Arcade. I am turned into car, yes.
We got some tips to start off with.
It is the solution to all problems.
In the tips, we've got Irie and Mion.
What are they doing there?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Let's start with going smoothly.
The first tip, the best place to start.
The antithesis of the way things are going.
That's also true. We're in a war zone after all.
We are in a war zone.
War zone. The sound of the car grew closer, followed by the sound of it braking as the engine cut out.
Is that a goddamn Hawaiian shirt right there over that stool or whatever it is in the middle of the
Tepe's
picture?
house? Is this Tepe's?
You might be right.
Oh my god, I hope so. At that moment, his up until now lackadaisical footsteps grew decisive as the man in the room dashed up to the wall beside the window and carefully peered outside.
Now that sounds like Tepe.
That sounds like Tepe, yeah. It was his comrade's car.
Now
definitely Tepe. Or maybe Uishi.
Almost certain.
No, I'm not sure. Even so, he still didn't relax his guard. Eventually, the sound of footsteps approached the door. Thump. Thump, thump, thump. It was the passcode.
I wish my passcodes were that simple.
All right. I'm back. Open the door. Oh, wait, this might be that dude from that one tip.
Oh, you mean this guy?
Yeah, that guy. I think it might be him, boss.
Back. Open the door already.
Oh. You must be tired. I'm opening it now. After the locks were undone and the door opened, a man appeared, his arms laden with swollen plastic grocery bags. Mind you, I don't actually know if it's these guys, but I'm assuming so. It's either that or Tepe.
That's dangerous, but go for it.
We'll go for it. The bags in his hands had 7 Smart written on them. Is that like a brand that Japanese people know? Must be.
I don't know.
With bread and milk cartons able to be glimpsed within.
Was this the same place that Keiichi went in first arc in his flashback?
I hope so. I don't know. The contents of those bags were then spread out over a sheet on the floor. Well,
I bought some cup noodles to go boil some water. What's the kid doing?
it's definitely him.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, thank goodness gravy. He's been sleeping the entire time.
Does that mean we get points?
Do we have points for that?
I think
For
we should.
figuring it
I
out?
think we should get 5.
5 points.
Thank you.
5 points for each of the words in what's the kid doing, but +1, because was is like 2 words, because what is.
There was a moment I was editing the other day where you were like, it's the number of vowels +1, and I'm like, Ben, but we said 5 points and there are 7 vowels there. So then I had to figure out which 2 words you were referring to that only had 5 vowels.
Right. Perfect. Did you figure it out?
I figured it out.
You know which words they were?
It was perfectly natural.
It was perfectly natural.
Yes.
That's the one.
Yes.
And that's only if you don't count Y. Anyway, he's been sleeping the entire time. Thank God he's not causing any trouble. He did struggle a bit when he was about to shit himself. Well, alright then.
It's a very posh accent for the way that line's written.
I don't know. I just switched to like mirror your voice.
Don't let him crap his pants. It'd suck if it started smelling like an outhouse in here.
Yeah, I know.
Check the gag every now and then. We don't want it to get loose, so keep it tight. But not so tight that he stops breathing.
I said, I know. Didn't I ask you to pick up another can of gas for the portable stove? We're out.
You never asked, you idiot.
Idiot! Oh, he's Australian! Seriously? Come on, work.
It's not how I pronounce idiot.
Idiot! Damn it! He rattled the portable stove as he struggled to get it to light. Seeing that, the man who went to buy supplies let out a deep sigh. And with a backwards glance at that sight, began to walk to the corner of the room. What's in the corner of the room, though?
I don't know.
The kidnapped boy was sprawled out on a sheet.
I guess I do know.
That was spread out on the floor.
Boy, you doing okay?
Of course, the man didn't assume the kid was able to hear that question. That was because the boy's ears were plugged, with his eyes and ears thoroughly covered by packing tape.
Packing tape?
Oh no! Also, his mouth was gagged with a thin, twisted-up towel.
Have I ever told you about my tape collection?
You have told me you have quite the extensive collection. You have like 20 different types of tape in the cupboard right behind us.
I do.
You could definitely gag and deafen a young boy with that amount of tape.
I would.
Several truckloads of boys,
That's
I would imagine.
a waste of tape, though, when I have perfectly good rope.
I see. Where's the rope held?
I don't have rope because I don't need it. But if I did need it,
where would you get it from?
The local stores. Come on.
Right.
Doesn't your local store just stock rope and tape?
I usually get like jump ropes. Those are pretty good. They're actually surprisingly durable, despite the fact they're made for kids. Maybe that's why, because they're such high energy. Also, his mouth was gagged with a thin, twisted up jump rope. Because of that, the boy was unable to close his mouth properly. His cheeks sticky with his own saliva.
I feel like we have big tone dissonance with the moment here.
Of course, that wasn't the only reason.
Because we're well known for the tone being...
We're known for being very respectful to the source material. Both his arms were tied tightly behind his back with a leather belt.
You seem to be doing okay. At least you're not going to die. If your grandpa wanted to play tough, we might have had to lop off an ear. Be great if we don't have to. If the main family says we do, though, tough luck. I can't even imagine what kind of cruel things they'd have us do. Family says not one scratch on him, though, so it seems to be going well for the time being.
The minister's discreetly withdrawing the dam project. The Inamizawa Dam is indefinitely postponed. I wonder when we're letting the boy go. I just want to be done with this already.
The main family seems to be gauging the timing. I don't know when it'll be, but probably soon.
Isn't that great, kid? You'll be let go real soon. The men didn't know if their voices were heard by the boy. For him, there was nothing he could do but continue to sleep to escape his harsh reality.
More importantly, what were you going to do about the gas? Can't eat the cup noodles raw. If we're out of gas, say something, jeez. We ain't had nothing but spaghetti bread for 3 stinking days.
Spaghetti cup noodles! Oh no. Gas is back on the menu, boys. Serious scene, done. Maybe the next one will be more lighthearted. Oh, Lord. Have mercy. The weather forecast had predicted that it wouldn't rain at all this entire week. It's not that I hate sunny days or anything. When every day is the same, unchanging sunny weather, however, anybody would long for a rain cloud or two.
The old grass is greener.
Yeah. If it's simply clear skies for a week, a month, a year, anybody would long for a rain cloud or two. The weather specialist said that they had carefully scrutinized a large quantity of past data, so it wouldn't be so likely for the forecast to be wrong. I knew as much. But even then, there was occasionally a day where I was hoping that I would be wrong as I stared up into the clear blue sky. Was I being mischievous in hoping so? I waited and waited, feeling almost suffocated by the blue, boring sky undisturbed by a single cloud. If you could die from that suffocating feeling, the population of Earth probably wouldn't have increased to this point. In other words, the only person who was being suffocated by this was me. And so, I welcomed the summer evenings when not even the weather forecast could predict a sudden shower. If I were to explain it like this, would you understand a bit more about how I feel? Let's say that tonight's dinner was going to be curry rice. But when you're called down to the dinner table, what was waiting for you was instead an eggplant and bell pepper stir-fry. This is just on your mother's whim, by the way. I would be delighted by such whimsy. I don't really like eggplants or bell peppers, but still I would be delighted. The fact that the pre-established routine of curry rice had been broken would be amusing. If tonight was repeated 100 times and 100 times you had to eat curry rice, yet for just this one night, that was changed to an eggplant and bell pepper stir-fry. There's no way you couldn't enjoy that chance happening. I hate pre-established routines. I really hate when things are all decided beforehand. I have no love for boredom. I always get my hopes up that something today will be different from yesterday, no matter how trivial. It's been decided that this entire week, starting today, was going to be clear skies. The weather forecast decided upon it, so the god of weather must also feel obliged to do so. But who's to say that a rain cloud might not just show up one day on a whim? It's something that nobody can say for sure, but because that thought remains in this world, a creature such as myself can continue living without being suffocated. Tomorrow will probably be a hot and clear day. However, I'm the only one that knows that predetermined fate, even with but a slim 1% chance, sometimes changes. Hoping for that 1%, I hung upside down weather charms on my sunlit eavesdrops? How do you pronounce that?
Good question.
How do you pronounce that word? Eavesdrops?
What is an eavesdrope?
Eavesdrope? That's right.
Let's listen to the official Google pronunciation.
Eavesdrop.
Eavesdrop. There you go. Hoping for that 1%, I hung upside down weather charms on my sunlit eavesdrops. In the end, I spend my days waiting for those unexpected things in life to happen. I pondered why I was hoping for it. Why was I hoping for a rain cloud? The answer was simple. I've had my fill of clear skies. Then why was I hoping for a rain cloud? The answer was simple. The fact that it was going to be sunny tomorrow was boring. So why was I hoping for a rain cloud? In the end, it doesn't really matter whether it rains or shines tomorrow. Basically, it was just that the rain would water my heart, which was withered from boredom. That's why rather than a TV drama where the plot's already been decided, I prefer to look up at the sky.
Well,
Yeah! That's a good tip. I love this arc's tips.
that's one of these tips, right? That I read it and I'm like, well, you know what? I have no idea what to say purely within the context
to say something
of this tip alone. There's too much external influence on what I want to say about this tip.
I know.
And there are a bunch of you that know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know if you may have to say something at some point, but that's okay. We'll give you a bit more time to think, I guess.
Yeah, I mean...
why do you think that tip's there, though, in this
I did want to talk a bit about this arc in particular. And I mean, all of the arcs are definitely touched on this theme, but I kind of noticed a lot more going through in editing.
What?
And especially in this arc,
What?
The whole concept of free will in this story is presented in a very strange way.
Interesting that you would suggest that free will is even a thing.
Because there's this weird imbalance between the utter lack of free will and that everything that Keiichi does just doesn't work.
Yep.
In that everything just goes wrong no matter how hard they try.
Yep.
But also, you know, the fact that the stories are repeating and people's actions differ from time to time.
Yep.
And then we have passages like this, where it's just like, well, you know what? I really hate it when things are predetermined.
It's just so boring. If only something would shake it up.
Like, I don't know,
Maybe I'll try a different brand of wine. What? Who said that?
It's... I don't know what to draw from it, but the theme is so clearly there.
Yeah, I mean, it should be apparent at this point. We've had 3 whole arcs over the same period of time, and nothing seems to be working. And this theme that it's very clearly pulling out of, like, everything was the same every time, and I was just looking for something to shake it up. Like the way that Ryukishi uses his the structure. Because this is something that I talk about a lot. How like I really hate when visual novels have the same common route, and like there are little minuscule differences, but just going through the same common route every time is kind of boring. But Ryukishi does a really good job of having all these different stories at the same period of time, similar events, same characters, but showing that like what is happening is kind of pointless. Like everything still ends in tragedy every time. Even when the events differ, even when Keiichi does different stuff, even when the different characters have different motivations and they come in different ways, that sort of thing. And having there be a character who addresses themselves as I, and is like, man, everything's the same. I hate it.
Now,
the
thing is based on a lot of things, including some predetermined knowledge, and the fact that you chose that voice for that tip.
What voice?
I think that Spooky Creepy Rika is about to go shake things up once we get to Kai.
Maybe.
But I don't know how, and
why would
I don't know how I could
thing?
Explain it.
What even is Spooky Rika anyway?
Excellent question. Let's ask Irie and Mion.
Good. Oh god, I didn't think I'd have to use this voice for this.
But here it is.
Here we go. Your blood pressure has improved. For you to recover this quickly at your age, I'm rather impressed.
Does that mean they swap places and this is a ruse?
Maybe.
That would also explain why Shion and Mion got mixed up about who got beaten up at this time.
Who knows? At this rate, you'll still be kicking out there a couple hundred more years. Oreo-san.
Oh, well, now it just looks
it's
silly.
Oreo! The young doctor in his medical coat said that as he undid the blood pressure cuff from the arm of the old woman tucked away in her futon. A very good physician, Dr. Irie. If a persistent old fart like me doesn't hurry up and die, I'll just be in the way of you young folk. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Oh, ho, ho, ho. The old lady, Oreo, laughed faintly, oh, ho, 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 with a broad smile on her face. Then, turning towards the sliding door, she called out in a strong voice, "Is Shimiko-san or Teiko-san there?"
Oh my god, new names?
So many people. Bring some tea for Dr. Irie. The sound of rushed footsteps from the hallway drew closer until finally the door slid smoothly open. What it revealed was a young girl. It looked like the old lady's granddaughter, but she looks like way older and she has a gun.
As you do.
Yeah, mind you, these characters do have younger sprites in the PS3 version.
So I've been told.
Yeah. I hear Newt's a big fan of them.
Shout out to Newt.
Shout out to Newt!
Shimiko-san already left for the day. Do you need something?
Can you imagine a 5-year-old
Yes.
kid just saying
Absolutely. With that exact voice.
that? Nice. Mion, make some barley tea for Dr. Irie.
I mean, that's basically the plot of Shazam, right?
Basically, I haven't seen that movie. It's not out yet, actually.
It will be by the time this comes out.
Good. We should see it sometime.
Okay, got it. Do you want some tea too, Granny? Or would black tea be better? Want lots of milk and sugar?
I'll measure it out myself, so you don't have to put any in. Just bring the sugar jar and some milk when you bring the tea.
KK.
It's great. The girl named Mion.
Never heard of her.
After giving Mion, I hardly... She-on... Hardly know okay. After giving a rather uninterested response to her taskmaster grandmother. What? Thank you. Return to the hallway. All the doctor's tea and the cups for the guests, and make sure you bring a coaster too. Also, make sure to dry the outside of the glass, okay?
Yep, yeah, you're such a fussy pat.
That's me! A tired voice wafted a reply from down the hallway. The apathetic tone of voice was far from unusual. The old lady let a wry smile slip across her face as she chided the girl. Geez, that girl just won't learn. Not think I ever scold her about sticks. Now, Oreo-san, you don't have to say that. Mion-chan is doing her best in her own way. Even so, she's so young. Her mother was the same way, couldn't teach her anything. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Oh, so her mother's mother must be exactly the same, no? The old lady burst out laughing. Her expression showed that she hadn't taken the comment the wrong way. Dr. Irie, I'm sorry, but could you open the doors for me? It seems there's a nice cool breeze outside. The cool chirping of the Higurashi, title drop, had at some point started leaking through the gap in the doorway. Irie stood up and opened the door a bit. A refreshing breeze pushed out the stale air that had built up in the room. It's gotten fairly hot during the day, but the evenings are still rather cool, aren't they? It was almost down the chilly last night. Yeah! Those types of mornings and evenings, another one of Minami's fine points. Ah, crap! I think I missed them out! Felix!
Who do we give points to, Ben?
Oh, probably give it to him. I don't know.
Alright.
Well, what indicators were there?
It's gotten fairly hot during the day.
There were no indicators there.
There are no indicators there.
We have points.
Okay.
We have 2 points. One
2
for each
points?
set of
Okay,
lines.
sounds
There we
good.
go. 2 points to us. I'm taking them. Making a stand. Irie replied with a smile as he returned to sit on the cushion beside the old lady. And then the two of them, for a little while, soaked in the voices of the Higurashi. They bathed themselves.
Is that the
in
end
the
of the note?
Higurashi
There we go.
voices. I'm going to try and live to 100.
You sure this is an area?
Yes.
50 points to Ryukishi if it's
God
area.
damn it. It better not be. Because he was just telling her how she was going to live forever.
I agree, but I just wanted
God.
to make sure we've put some money on the table.
We have all the money. What do we get if it isn't Irie?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Just a point.
Yay! Until the business of the dam is proper finished, I ain't kicking the bucket just yet. See, it was. We get a point!
We get 1 point.
Yeah, one singular point. Although we're probably like 1,000 points behind him now. But you know what? It's fine.
A
Just have to
thousand
get
is
better at it.
probably an overstatement.
That's right. To get each government to withdraw the decisions they've already made is a fairly difficult thing to do. The way this country does things is like turning a millstone. A heavy one at that. A millstone? Don't you know?
Oh my god, is Oreo the old man in the kidnapping scenes?
I hope not. That is very awkward. A millstone. A millstone. Irie quickly affirmed that of course he knew what the old lady was talking about. For he knew full well that Oreo didn't like having her stories interrupted. His millstone, see, can grind anything to a pulp. It's rather impressive, but you see, it doesn't turn that easy because it's a rather heavy millstone. Lots of people have to work in unison to get it to even budge. It's that type of millstone. Irie pursed his lips, listening quietly to what she was saying. Eventually, Mion returned with some tea laid out on a tray. Seeing that Oreo was talking and in a good mood, she quietly knelt down and laid out the sets for the barley and black tea, careful not to interrupt. That's why, when it gets going, it's not that easy to stop. It takes the most effort to move it right before it starts turning. Everybody hates that, so everybody keeps pushing along without rest.
You're talking about friction, right? I get what you're saying.
So in other words, there's some sort of mistake, and the millstone suddenly stops turning. To get it turning again takes a great deal more power, more or less. Was that Irie? Did he move?
I don't know. Just go for it.
Yeah, I think this is Mion in the first one, right?
Alrighty. Certainly, to get a project that's been suspended going again takes quite a lot of work.
It's a millstone that isn't easily stopped, but once it's stopped, it'll never turn again. It's that kind of millstone.
Yeah, you know. A
That kind of
poorly
millstone.
designed millstone.
Yeah.
One that requires too many people to work.
Yeah,
Doesn't start spinning again if you stop it. It was way too heavy.
that makes sense to me.
You ever just go to a millstone store and you're like, you know what? I want the one that doesn't work.
I want the shittest millstone you have. I want that one.
I feel
you
like-
know what, Felix? People don't choose their millstones.
I just want to say this isn't thinly veiled political commentary. This is just a joke.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, you want a fine line, my dude. You want a fine line. You're gonna have the lefts, the rights, the centers. They're all gonna come after you.
But what about the tops and the bottoms?
They're pretty cool.
What about the power bottoms?
They just have a good time. They're just having a good time. That's all they're in it for. So you know. This is Irie!
God damn it, Ryukishi!
Whatever.
I'll give him 1 point for this one. But that
Why are
lets
we
me-
giving him points? There was no indicator of who it was.
This is unfair, but I want him to know how it feels for us when we get a point.
Oh my
So that
God.
when we take 10
Alright.
for his next mistake,
Okay, let's do it.
he feels the extra.
We're putting it on the table. We're stacking the deck in our favor.
Exactly.
Raising the stakes. 10 points to
10
us next
for his
time.
next
Next
mistake.
time.
One
his
for
next
this
mistake. Okay, but one to him this time. Okay. It would be nice if there was some way to get that millstone to stop, wouldn't it? When Irie, not any other character, responded with that, Mion and the old lady suddenly sunk into silence. Irie, instinctively thinking it said something rude, searched in a small panic for the words to correct himself. But that silence wasn't the result of rude words. It was the result of truth. For what crept across what crept across the Mion and the old lady's faces were contemptuous smiles.
I reckon that's a perfectly fair translation. I don't know about you.
It crept across the Mion's face.
We ain't had nothing but the stinky mac.
Stinking Mion. Oh, God. The atmosphere surrounding Irie suddenly froze, leaving him flabbergasted, thinking that the scornful smiles creeping across both of their faces was the result of some mistake of his. He could only grow afraid. And then he was murdered. Yes, who is this? Is it Oreo?
Does it matter?
It hadn't been that long at all since he was enveloped by silence. However, unable to stand it, Irie could only let out a weak laugh. Get points for that?
We get 10 points for that.
All right, we get 10 points for that.
Here's the thing. This was properly indicated, but it's also bullshit.
It's also bullshit. 10 points for the laughter of Irie, that sweet man. Irie's laugh eventually spread to Mion and the old lady.
It's contagious. Call a doctor.
Spread to the Mion! Not knowing exactly what they were laughing at, their laughter left a lingering chill. The only ones not laughing were the Higurashi, who continued their simple and unchanging chorus.
See, the Higurashi, they're a metaphor for how things don't change, Ben.
Yeah.
That's what this whole tip was about. It's not about rainy days. It's about Higurashi.
It's not about why we like bad stuff happening. You know?
Do you reckon cicadas can swim?
No. Did you know? Okay. Similar thing. Insects. You got insects in your room, or like fleas in my case. You put water in your room and then you put soap in the water. So they're attracted to drink the water, and then the soap gets in their wings and they sink to the bottom. That's how you get them. That's how you get fleas. But it's how you kill fleas. You don't get fleas that way.
Right.
You get fleas by having a cat in your room all the time.
God damn that cat.
Yeah. It wasn't my cat, though.
Damn that cat extra. It's the phone. Ben, get the phone.
I'll get it! Ah, click! The phone suddenly rang!
I woke up in a hurry. The clock read 9 p.m. Damn it. I slept past the time I was supposed to report in.
Oh no.
I picked up the receiver.
Akasaka-sama, you have a call from an outside line. Shall I connect you? It's from a co-worker named probably Oishi-sama.
I knew it. They didn't call in, so they'd phone me. Sorry, please put them through.
Understood. I will connect you, so please hang up receiver for time being. Let me just switch phone over. Click, click, click. Yes, I'm handing over the phone.
After I put down the receiver for a few seconds, the phone began to ring again. You gonna pick that up? Yeah, hello? This is Akasaka.
Akasaka-kun, this is Kano.
Oh, long time no speak.
Yes, I have not heard from you in many weeks. Good work out there. You didn't call in for your regular report, so we called instead. What is your situation, comrade?
Leaving the lecture for later, my senior co-worker got straight to the point. Well, today I went to the village proper. Under the guise of a tourist, I managed to establish contact with the mayor and several other core members of the Defense Alliance. I wasn't able to ask them anything, but I left a good impression and was able to make a bridge for my investigation from tomorrow onwards.
I see. It looks like things are going smoothly, Akasaka-kun. You seem rather naive sometimes, but that might have worked in your favor.
So, what he's just done
wink.
here is he said, you seem rather naive. Pause as though he's about to say, but actually you're not. And then you just go, but it looks like you're being an idiot.
Was really
sometimes works.
Yeah, it's true. Just be a bigger idiot and that's how you win.
That's how we win.
That's how we win for sure. I guess you made some good progress for now, yes?
I don't have the experience to make a comparison, so I don't know if that's good or not. I think things went well for today, though.
Did you find out anything from the prefectural local offices? Does it look as though the Onigafuchi Defense Alliance is unrelated to this incident?
I still didn't know.
You dummy.
Should have been able to say that immediately. I only had to say that, but for some reason, I hesitated. I'm still investigating, so I don't know what to say yet.
I see. Could you let us know as soon as possible? I think you understand, but after tonight, it'll have been a full 4 Oishi days since kidnapping happened. They didn't set a time limit, but it's obvious that time is not on our side. I think you know that.
Yeah, I know. I'll investigate a little quicker, while still being careful about it.
Okay. Be sure to look after yourself. You're dealing with a violent organization here. It might be dangerous to let your guard down. If you feel that you're in any danger, contact me immediately. In that case, I can get the local public safety office prepared to help you.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
Anything else to report?
I reported several bits of supplementary information. At the very end, I decided to ask. How's the investigation going on your end?
Everybody is doing their best here, but we're not making much progress. After all, the number of organizations we're investigating is vast. There are at least 12. So, if you find out the one you're investigating is unclear, we'll have you return to Tokyo to assist some of the other officers. The chief is saying to dig up what you can on Nigafuchi, but I don't think a residential anti-dam progress group, or protest group even, has any relation to the incident at hand. Sending somebody out just to investigating a single group makes me cringe, really.
At this point, he was just complaining.
Yeah.
He was telling me to stop taking my time enjoying my trip, to finish up and get back quick. I'll try and resolve this as soon as I can.
Thank you. I'm counting on you. Well then, if there's nothing else, I'm hanging up.
Okay, that's all I have. As we were ending our call, he scolded me thoroughly for being late with my regular report. After that, I hung up the phone and sprawled out on the bed. Come to think of it, I hadn't heard anything from Uishi. He was supposed to contact me about a time and place to meet with the informant tonight. I thought about getting angry with Uishi in retaliation for being scolded for forgetting my daily report. Come to think of it though, Uishi didn't really say anything other than that he was going to call tonight. Waiting for a phone call when you didn't know what time it was going to come was in itself rather difficult.
What if that was Oishi in disguise?
Oh, you're right.
Disguise as his senior officer, coming to scold him, and he didn't pick up on the code.
Just when I thought that, the phone rang. I picked up the receiver in a hurry. Hello?
Well, this is a surprise. Akasaka said you're pretty quick to answer phone. Are you a regular user of dating chat lines or something? Chicka bow bow. You're using dating chat lines.
It's just a great track.
It's great.
I love this track.
I love it. I don't know what track this is, but I'm gonna find out.
So bad.
I'm just jazzing along to the music.
Can we talk for a moment about Tim Capello,
Sure.
the amazingly
Yes.
sexy saxophonist?
He often plays with his shirt off, I hear.
Tim Capello's Wikipedia page summary is one of my favorite musician Wikipedia page summaries of all time.
Yeah?
Just like, he's known for sexual movements while performing and for performing
right.
with his shirt off, and it's like,
You think he has a crotch gun?
he probably does.
Probably does. He must. That's why he like thrusts around the stage. He's just ready to take down an assassin, you know?
I think that's accurate. I never even tried something seedy like that.
But I would. Anyway, the way you overreact is rather interesting. You wanna go to a place where you can have a little bit of loot fun, my friend.
I'll pass. So could you please get to the point, Uishi-san?
Really? Well, too bad. We'll leave that for next time then. Well, I'll get to the point. Oh.
Many of the executives in the Onigafuchi Defense Alliance had a lot of sway in the neighboring regions. Even in Akinomiya, there are a lot of people with relations in the village. That's why meeting up in the Shishibone Market District, far from Akinomiya, was a matter of course.
Akasaka-san, over here with the band. Did you get a little lost?
Over here with the band?
This here is Saxophone Oishi. He is here to play sweet music and follow us around town. He will be our cover, my friend. Come, dance down the street with me. Coming from the north entrance might have been a bit of a detour, but it was easier to give directions from there.
No, I'm sorry for being late.
Did you eat dinner already? Shall we go?
I still love the idea that every soundtrack in this game is just buskers.
Yeah.
Just traveling.
Just following around Oishi.
But like this is a full jazz band.
Yeah,
That's
no, of course it is. Yeah, it's playing on the rooftops and then they come down, they follow him through the street. And Oishi whips out his cigar. Would you like a smoke, my friend?
It's a Cuban, of course.
Yeah, of course it is. Beautiful.
Yeah, I already did.
That is too bad. I wanted to move you under the starlights. Well then, shall we go to a place so we can buy you a drink? Do you prefer Western alcohol or maybe sake? Would you prefer a place with or without woman?
Don't worry about it. I don't drink while I'm on the job. Hearing that, the man that Uishi had brought along bent backwards as he guffawed, clapping Uishi on the shoulder.
Oh, who is it? See? Isn't he just adorable? In exchange, can you give him a bit extra? That money all came from this guy's wallet, you know.
The man that Uishi had brought seemed almost like a ticket scalper or a bookie. Even his appearance was dubious.
Oh, good.
Oh god, who is it?
I don't know.
The informant grinned deviously.
I don't know who this is. Hey, boy. How much did you give this guy? Looks like they're quite was a... It was quite a bit.
There quite was a bit. This was the bit.
Yeah, this is the bit. It looks like there quite was a bit. Skimmed off the top, you know.
Uishi's handling fee was included, as I took that into account. It seems the informant had expected a more extravagant reaction on my part. When I responded matter-of-factly, he realized that I was an entirely different person than he was. But rather than putting a distance between us, it seemed like I had piqued his interest.
Oh no. I said it, didn't I? He is the serious type. But do you see, Akasaka-san, people in a line of work like ours can really use their wealth of experience and just literal wealth to their advantage.
Wondering exactly how the experience of drinking in a bar with women would work to my advantage. The informant, unable to contain himself, clutched at his stomach as he guffawed, heedless of the people watching.
Oh lordy. Wait. This is the informant, right? Surely. Or you would never say lordy.
Yep.
It must be.
It must be.
It must be.
It must be.
Oh lordy, Akasaka-san, you really can't judge people. That's what education does for you. What? Why would she say lordy? I'm done. We get points for that.
We get 2 points for that.
We get points for that. Alright, we'll take 2 points. It's informant! Just give him a Sprite!
God damn it.
Or make a wishy move!
And is this the informant or Akasaka?
I don't know. It's gotta be Akasaka, because the informant would be like, oh, you drunk?
Uishi, you've been drinking somewhere, haven't you? Or are you drunk?
What's wrong with drinking when I'm off duty? Even if you're working, I'm not.
Uishi, who was the sort that had fooled around to begin with, was in such a good mood I couldn't figure out a way to deal with him. Completely different than me, who had come worried about getting every bit of information I could. Uishi-san, after taking so much money, you're supposed to get me information worth at least as much. I thought this, but then I realized I was getting my information from the informant, so it didn't matter how drunk Uishi was. There was nothing I could complain about, but I still felt slightly riled up.
Yeah.
Uishi and the informant, it was no doubt a fake name, but he introduced himself as Sato, led the way deeper and deeper into the back streets of the market district. Even though the market was bustling, a couple turns off the main street and you were in a desolate alleyway.
In Estes.
I saw that.
That's the kind of typo that I would make when texting someone
Yeah,
while I'm
right.
really tired.
Shout out to the QWERTY keyboard.
What is happening? Typos.
Uishi started climbing a set of stairs on the side of a seedy building. There wasn't any sort of signage, so I couldn't tell if the place was open or if it was even a store at all.
Don't worry, this isn't a dubious place.
Dubious at best.
Definitely not. No, full.
Those words coming from Uishi's mouth had absolutely no credibility. We've been here.
Yay, we're in the Mahjong parlor. I'm excited for this scene. Do you know the rules of Mahjong at all?
Do you, Ben?
I have a cursory knowledge.
We just talk about how much time
Yeah?
Magus of Borum here,
Me, yeah.
the Mage of Boring,
Wow.
has put into learning the rules of Mahjong.
At least half of one.
I don't know why I said Mahjong. I've never pronounced it that way in my life, but
Mahjong.
I did it. Mahjong. I don't know how in-depth this scene is about to go with Mahjong, but Ben,
Well, I've been warned by many people that we need to learn the rules of Mahjong for
if
this scene.
you get a single rule wrong,
I'm going to!
Ryukishi gets 10 points.
That's bullshit. What do you mean?
Every time you get a rule wrong.
We won't know until the end of the video when people have to pay attention and tell us in the comments.
That's fine. That's
Okay,
fine. But it's
okay.
gonna happen
All right,
either
well,
way.
I'm not even gonna look at the rules then. I'm just gonna see if I can guess. You ask me questions as we go, and I'll tell you what I know.
You don't want your cheat sheet?
Nah, fuck it.
Good
Here's the
luck.
cheat sheet. Let's do it.
Beyond the door was thankfully a typical Mahjong parlor. I was relieved that it wasn't the sort of suspicious place I had to be on my guard about.
But when I get them significantly right, we get 10 points. Let's put something on the table here.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, let's get something out of this. Otherwise, what's the point? Welcome. Oh, Uishi-san, it's been a while. Want to join in? There'll be a free spot soon. No, I am here with group today, so it's fine. Oh, sorry to keep you waiting.
Mahjong is a game played with 4 people.
True.
It seems the middle-aged man who was going to be our fourth had already arrived and was waiting for
Yeah,
us.
you can only play with 4 people. It's impossible to play with less, where the tiles are dealt out. You're late, Corrado. I was just thinking of going home.
Uishi made an excuse for why we had taken so long. Eventually realizing that I was a new face, the other man grew interested.
That's Akasaka-san. He is a rookie who came all the way from Tokyo on assignment. They have high hopes for him. Boy, can you play Mahjong?
Well, I played a bit when I was still a student. Sato and the old man cackled in unison. Their plot to sucking me out of my money was painfully obvious.
I thought you'd be a bit tired from your assignment, leaving you on edge all the time, so I thought I'd give you a night to cleanse your spirits.
I know asking this might be stupid, but we're betting money on this, aren't we?
Well, you see, just a little. Just a little for funsies. It doesn't matter who loses, because out there's using that money to go play at a very nice place. This is definitely Oishi, but I committed.
Commit to the bit. Does that count as a rule of Mahjong?
No.
Okay, good.
Rishi gets a point though.
Go and play. And what kind of place would you be doing that? Without reservation, the three of them started suggesting places like cabaret, high-class clubs, and even brothels.
Yeah!
At the very least, they were the type of places you couldn't go with money that was just for funsies.
I do like that Oishi was like, let's go somewhere. Do you want to like choose where we go? And then we just ended up here. Like he clearly planned to just...
Oh, absolutely.
Whose song is the informant or the new guy? Oh, it's Akasaka.
Rishi-san took all my money the other day, and I also have work to do, so I can't stay for long.
Then all you have to do is win. If you win, then you can use that money to pay for this table. Oh my god, I'm done. Rishi!
Is that a rule of Mahjong?
No! You can talk to crowd about work or whatever.
2 points to us.
To Ryukishi, isn't it? Oh, I guess it wasn't really
No indication.
indicated. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. We get those points.
No matter what happened, it seemed like they were intent on playing Mahjong for free.
Sounds good.
I'd have to fasten my resolve a bit.
Could you just like buy a pack of Mahjong and then just like play it?
I don't know.
It can't be too, like the cheap ones can't be too
I
expensive,
don't
right?
know.
They're like $10.
You're the one that's meant to know the rules.
These aren't the rules of Mahjong, these are the rules of economics.
I have to fasten my resolve a bit. If I was going to be underestimated like this forever, it was going to get in the way of my work. I understand, then I'll play with you guys for just a bit. If I win, you guys don't get any of my money or get to go to any of those dirty places, and we talk about work right away.
Yeah, bring it on! Mufufufu.
We got some sprites up in here.
No sprites. If I win, it's straight to the Blue Mermaid on Far Road. Oh, that place where the girls dress up in gym clothes and maid uniforms. This Olechi likes that place too. Of course, we're going to hop between all places where they keep girls coming. Slap, slap. What about you, Sato-san? I'd prefer a place where you can drink quietly. Like a nice quiet place where you can play footsies with Bunny Girl. The last time you went drinking, you pulled the tail right off that Bunny Girl, didn't you? Didn't you end up having to pay for that? Yeah, Oda ended up charging what he called a tailoring fee.
What a lively table this was. I could tell the other customers were glaring at us while we loudly continued our crude conversation. Speaking of which, the fact they assumed I was the same is a bit disheartening.
Damn.
Wish he'd taken all the money I'd brought, so everything I had left was out of my own pocket. In addition, there wasn't that much left of that either. If I kept on hanging around like this, through his goading, my wallet would disappear into the night.
Oh no.
I had to somehow win and return the conversation to my job. But these people, no matter how you looked at it, were pretty good. Sorry, you care?
Oh no.
Oh my god, is the club playing Mahjong?
It's the club music, here they are, they're all ready to go. Oh, then I'll just go Richie here.
Is that a rule of Mahjong?
Shit, it is. It is. Oh god, I've already forgotten everything. It's about. Don't put your head in your hands. Yeah, calling Richi is because you have to like order your tiles in different ways. You get like pairs and like 3 of the same kind, and then like 4 of different kinds. And they seem to be in like the different sets, which is like I think it's the 4 elements. But there's also the dragon set, so I forget about that one. The wind tile is what you play at the start, and that indicates where you sit at the table. And then there's like the dragon types, and there's fire, earth, and water, I want to say, are the 4 sets that you have to play out to each other. And I think Arichi is when you have 1 of each type.
Alrighty, we'll fact check that.
Someone tell me in the comments. What? I want. Oh my god, it's still Arichi. Well, the old man in Seto-san probably won't fall for this silly Arichi. I wonder if Akasaka will spit out what I need. At any rate, Crowder-san is probably holding something like that, huh? In that case, this one ought to go through there.
Oh, the old man's pretty good. He's quietly trying to use one of my safe tiles to complete his hand, isn't he?
Yeah. What?
What?
What is happening? Is this like in Oishi's head?
I guess it must be. Take it in Oishi's head.
It must be. It seems that Akasaka has at least learned the ropes when it comes to guarding against someone Richi. But that will be his downfall.
Is downfall a mahjong move?
No, it's not. What's wrong, boy? Would you hurry up and discard? If you're not sure... I'm trying to think about the rules of Mahjong! Just give us sprites!
Give me a point.
Would you hurry up and discard if you're not sure anything the crowd has already thrown away should be safe, no? Oh, Akasaka-kun's really fretting over this one. It was glaringly obvious that he had a safe tile to discard, but he didn't want to throw it away because it would move him farther from completing his hand. And you have to get a certain number.
Okay.
You have to have a number of tiles in your hand that I want to say equals 32 or 38?
So far, I don't disagree with any of the rules.
Someone in the comments, let me know. They're so nice when they're young and innocent. Star! Come on, hurry up and throw out the kicker. If he gave me the winning tile, it'd be headed to an establishment where I could do it with all sorts of licking and sucking of candy. This is PG. If he gives the old man his winning tile, we'd be heading straight for the places of maids and bloomers.
This will go through, right?
He looked up as he hesitantly threw the tile. It was, oh, too bad. That's a dangerous tile, you know. Crowder, does that go through? Yeah, it will. Oh, It seems this time you were lucky, but as long as the round kept going, I could still win off the draw. No, But after that, Akasaka couldn't manage to luckily avoid throwing any bad tiles, and somehow the round managed to end without anybody completing a hand. 10 play, no 10! Sato-san had keenly anticipated that 2 players would Riichi and had decided to play it safe.
What is
I don't
10
think
play,
the
no 10?
Riichis... I don't fucking know! I don't know what those things mean! You think I'm some kind of expert?
Yes.
Expert!
Are we just giving Ryukashi 20 points right now?
I think so. I think we have to.
I'm sorry.
I told you, I've done a whole half hour of reading on this. What they call headed way of playing. Now let's see, what kind of hand did Akasaka-kun have? When the round ends with nobody winning in Mahjong, anybody in Tenpai has to show their hand. But if you're not in Tenpai, you have no obligation to reveal it. Now I think Tenpai might be like, it's like Uno, right? Like you're 1 tile away from winning. I'm gonna throw that out there. Your average beginner would normally show their hand even if they weren't in Tenpai and start a commotion about how this tile or that tile came, but they would be in Tenpai. But he didn't. Being stingy.
So, if you're right about that,
We get 10 points.
we get 10 points. Ryukashi doesn't lose any.
No, he doesn't lose points. Why would he lose points?
Because we already gave him points for this.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, sure. Yeah,
I just wanted to make sure. We're on the same
We're on the
page.
same page here. We gotta make up for what we've lost. How'd you do, boy? Come on and show me. Sato-san reached over to flip the hand that Akasaka-kun had casually placed face down. But it was the one that would win! What the hell is this? He was nowhere near Tenpai. Was Akasaka-kun totally bad at this after all? Question mark. Right then, as the old man compared the tiles, from Akasaka-kun's hand to the discard pool, a puzzled expression crossed his face. Boy, you were in Tenpai right around here, weren't you? Why'd you break your hand? The higher Manzu tiles suddenly got more valuable, so he suppressed them. Even though... What? Why are there so many characters and no sprites?
It's a travesty. It's a crime against us.
The higher Manzu tiles suddenly got more valuable, so he suppressed them. Even though with Oishi-san's Riichi, the chance they were safe tiles had increased. It would have been in no trouble if he read the discards, but he went out of his way to keep them out of play. Oh! So Crowder's Senpai was no good from the start, in other words. If it wasn't such a high-level trap, I would have thought that you were waiting for me to throw out the winning tile. But the more concerning thing is that you were in Tenpai didn't say anything.
When did you realize I was in Tenpai?
Around here, you threw out 4 tiles in a row immediately. At first I thought you were just discarding redundant tiles, but I noticed you glancing over at me and realized you were waiting for something. Akasaka-kun, Akasaka-san, when did you start first playing Mahjong?
Never did, except in high school and university. So you did.
In high school?
Yes.
So you started in high school then? Not high school and university.
Now let's continue. Since Sato-san wasn't in Tenpai and the next round ended without a winner, then I'm next, right? The next dealer.
Makes sense to me. It seems like Akasaka-kun is really aware of how the game flows. We thought we were just going to eat him alive like big sharks. But it looks like this isn't going... It looks like that isn't going to be so easy. Oishi-san, looks like you're going for the bamboo tile. Should I put some in play? This boy. Crowdo, don't back down. As long as I get 3 more good tiles, Sato-san, think you can do it? Damn, I'll just force you to go for a cheap Tanyao! Chi!
What are these, Ben?
I don't know. I don't know what chi is. Like, I know what chi is in the sense of, like, it's chi that you, like, flow through your body and you, like, blast people with energy. But I don't know what chi is in the sense of this game.
Is that another 20 points to Ryukishi?
I don't know! Who knows? Who even knows if chi is part of the game? But when are we gonna let the comments decide this? We should have no input on this.
All right. We'll leave it to the comments.
Let's let the comments. You tell me, is chi a move? They will judge me.
There will be a comment that says Mahjong votes here. That's where you leave your opinions on the Mahjong section.
How many points do we each get based on how much I know of the game? Straight? Well, sorry, I'm gonna pawn that tile. That's when you steal it, I think.
Oh, is that a correct rule?
I don't know.
Comments?
Going to call 3 of a kind after you declared a straight? Trying to override and interfere? Are you getting pretty used to this?
Oh no, I couldn't even compare to you guys who've been playing since before I was even born. That's game. We're on. Triplets. 2 red Dora and 3 more Dora. I'm the dealer, so this will cost you quite a bit.
Ah! Akasaka-san, nice job. Well, now we'll have to get serious, won't we? We have 20 minutes more of this scene.
Well, can you get serious about handing over your points? I'm tired, so let's end this quickly.
Akasaka-kun, this is somehow unreal. Before I could realize it, there was an ominous cold air emanating, or emitting even, from beneath Akasaka-kun's feet. It was like Shrek 4D when they blow the air in your face, when Donkey sneezes.
I love 4D theaters. They're so good. I can't
Or when
believe
the spiders get your legs.
I can't believe they're not more fashionable.
I love them personally. I like to go and see little Farquaad get eaten by dragons.
You reckon if you watched a 4D movie about Australia, they'd just unleash spiders into the theater?
Lord willing. Lord willing.
How blasé.
How blasé! The 2, 5, and 8 mantis are laughing at you.
Damn it.
By you. Don't finish it. You have to end the boy's turn as dealer. I hate to admit it, but that seems like best option.
There it is. Run. Simple straights, 1 Dora.
Sorry, head bump. Run. Straight.
I don't know who's who.
I don't know either. Head bump, you damn brat. That was you saying head bump. How many points do we all get? I don't know what's happening anymore.
2 points for that last exchange.
Do we just get like 20 points for this whole fucking
damn
scene?
brat, Ryukishi.
Oh my god. Ryukishi, why?
Brat.
This is your Ryukishi voice.
So you can play that sloppily against a brat. I guess that means you're the worse than a brat yourself.
See, very cagey right now.
So interesting. Well, you guys call people things like brat and boy.
Akasaka-kun, that is you, isn't it? It feels like you're a totally different person.
I'm a changed man when my gambling addiction gets going. You thought that I, being a sucker, would let you guys get some good booze tonight. Seems you're a little off the mark.
Damn.
Wrong. Triple straight, red Dora, and another Dora.
Oh shit, another Dora! The Explorer! Wow, we actually did it! That's why I'm saying you guys are slacking!
No matter how you look at it, you have to be able to read such an obvious 3-way weight.
Akasaka-kun chuckled as he rested his chin in his hands. Just like that, my friend. That pose was so fitting it was almost scary. Hey, Crowdo! This isn't what we discussed! Who the hell said he was a naive sucker right for the picking? Nah, who could it be? Oishi-san, this is bad. If he keeps going like this, we're seriously gonna lose. Akasaka-kun, for you to make me get serious, looks like you really want to be milk dry. Bon. That sounds nice. One more time, Bon. Oh.
Akasaka-kun!
What? He just said he was getting serious. We get points for that. We had 3 pawns, 1 for each pawn. We had 3 pawns.
3 pawns.
We had 3 pawns. Fucking hell.
Akasaka-kun was almost singing.
He was! Thank you for letting us know.
The tiles he had open were all pin tiles.
All pin tiles.
What is a
You can't
pin
be
tile?
serious. I don't know what the pin tile is.
God damn it.
I don't know all these
Losing
things.
so many points.
Why
You're overconfident.
do we agree to this? You're the one who put me up on the chopping block. Ugh, you shouldn't have got me going. My gambling addiction is just ruining me. See, this is what we're reading here. This is fantasy. When your gambling addiction kicks in, not a good thing. It makes you lose points to Higurashi. You look like an ass. You cannot be serious. Are you really going for the flush?
I really want to find out how much points against Ryukishi worth on the stock exchange.
A lot. Fun. 0.
It was.
Can you take one more point for
No.
that pun? Why
Moving
not?
on.
Oh my god. Boy, you're right in the head. You've opened 4 sets. You only have 1 tile left, you know?
That's right. Did you know? Waiting on a single tile is the hardest thing to read.
Are you an idiot? With that much of your hand revealed, you don't think we give you a tile you need, do you? I know what you're doing, Akasaka-san. That's not a flush or half flush, is it? The fact that you called pawn 4 times means you're already in position for an all triplet hand. Right now, you're far and away in the lead. You're trying to show a flush and goad us into giving you triplets, aren't you?
That's what you think. Want to try throwing out some pins? Left 5 tiles in your hand, Uishi-san. They're pin tiles you're reluctant to throw away, aren't they?
Pin tiles?
Why don't you try discarding them in order from the left?
You must be joking. Is he a mahjong god? If not, he had to be the main character of some kind of visual novel or something! At the moment, the old man sent me a sign under the table. The message was simple and clear. Kado, do it. Crush him.
Do it.
Do it. I don't like to cheat against kids like this. Idiots! After being disrespected like this, we can't pull back now! Well, I'm not responsible for what happens, you know. Go ahead. Here we go, boy. Richie, we'll go open. I am waiting for a 1, 4, 7 of pins. Most likely the tile that Akasaka-kun was waiting for was one of those tiles. With this, Akasaka-kun was no longer capable of winning the hand. When I drew from the wall, I switched out the tile that Akasaka-kun would draw. The tile that I put in was the 1 pin. Of the tiles, one of the tiles that the old man was waiting on. Akasaka-kun discarded it a little while ago, so there was no threat of it being the one he needed. But what if it was? Come on, it's your turn, boy! I knew he was troubled that the tile he drew was the 1 pin. Of course he couldn't discard it. Boy, you must be aware, but if you discard into an open Riichi, it's worth the limit, you know?
You don't have to tell me that.
The tile that came from Akasaka-kun's hand was an honor tile!
What does that mean, Ben?
I'm gonna say it's a very highly valued card, possibly from the Dragon set. Just gonna throw that out there.
Alrighty.
Let's go. Why is it something? There's only 1 North Wind tile left, isn't there? You were counting on a really rough weight, weren't you? Okay, I guess it's one of the wind tiles, it's not a dragon tile. But with this, Akasaka-kun's fate was decided. Brat, you're lucky you're safe, but your hand only has a single tile. You think you'll be able to run away the rest of this round?
So it's going to be like that.
Akasaka-kun glared at the old man with a discerning eye. This guy had pretty good instincts. Did he figure out we were cheating? Even if he did, he wouldn't do it. Let us stop this. Akasaka-kun is a step or 2 ahead of us. Fool, you think we can stop after we've come this far? Next, make him draw it! I've gone more and more anime villain and I'm entirely okay with it. The next tile Akasaka-kun would draw was the 7 pin. With that, it would be settled. No matter which one he discarded, he'd play right into the old Emperor's hands.
Whoa!
An unavoidable full payout. Oh!
Oh my
When I do-
Mo Shinderu.
That's it. That's what Akasaka's gonna say. You better say it. When I do my tile, I sneakily swapped Akasaka-san's. Achoo!
Crash. What?
Oh, it was Akasaka because he's like doing some shit.
Uh-huh. So now Akasaka's counter cheating.
He's counter cheating by sneezing.
God damn. I wish I could sneeze at appropriate moments.
Me too. Akasaka couldn't suddenly sneeze, collapsing the wall of tiles in front of him. Hey, what are you doing?
Sorry, I accidentally knocked over the wall when I sneezed. There's a penalty for that, right? And the deal is a 4,000 to everybody? Or is the penalty my point sticks?
Unable to hold back, I guffawed. Akasaka, knowing he was going to be taunted a second time and unable to escape, he took the drastic measure of knocking over his own wall. No good, boy, to get away from a full pelt like that. Yeah. Oishi-san, could you not bother putting me in such an obvious trap? If we were at Baba, this would have been the point where I flipped the table. Oh, no, sorry, I underestimated you. For some reason, you're really good, aren't you?
I think that was...
That was another dude, probably.
I think this was Akasaka here.
Oh. What? Why would he... I guess, I don't know. It's really hard when there's no sprites on the screen at all.
It is very hard.
And to be honestly, you got a lot of experience when you were younger, didn't you?
Played quite a bit around Wasadara and Takadanobaba.
So I guess that was him.
Yeah.
Alright.
Takadanobaba!
Yeah, that place.
The place I was accustomed to going had pretty high rates and they chewed me out. Made the woman who would become my wife pretty angry, so I washed my hands of it all.
And then I got back into it. Is the stakes too high? How much were you paying for at the time?
Depends on who I was playing with. It was more expensive when I played in Kabukicho.
Yeah, all these places.
Largest stakes I played with were about 20 times their standard rate.
20 times?! What kind of stakes were those? What's the standard rate?
About 20 times the
standard what's the
rate.
standard rate?
Like, come on.
This is definitely one of those, like, you live in Japan, you should understand all this shit.
Yep.
But yeah, I feel like if there was like an added
Hold
tip...
on, wait. Is standard rate a rule of Mahjong, Ben?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. But if it was, it's worth 20 times the points. So, you know, watch out for that shit.
Also,
Let us know in the comments.
Does Ben lose points for not knowing any of these supposedly notorious Mahjong locations?
No! It's nothing to do with the rules! You can't do me like this, chat! Comments! Wherever you are. I'm done.
What kind of
What kind of stakes were those? Did you have knackers at your table? Or pro baseball players? Or Keiichi?
I love that those two are the parallel.
Yeah.
Yakuza.
Or baseball.
Baseball.
Yeah, that's it. That's where the Yakuza go to play, right? Oh, what's this? Grotto, you buffoon! Where did you pull this professional from? I give up. Jeez. Boy, it's your win. I surrender.
Thank you very much. It was an honor.
Oh my, Akasaka-san, your personality really changes when you play. Why do you even have day job? You'd have no problem living as a freelancer.
To be a pro Mahjong player, you need both talent and luck. I didn't have anything like that supporting me.
Luck is luck. With somebody of your skill, I think you'll be able to make it pretty far.
Normal luck doesn't cut it. Calling a can, and 1 time out of 3, you can aim to win on the extra draw with 4 Dora. That kind of luck. Fuck these.
I'm done. Look, I read the wiki how to play, but it was like you need to get pairs and things. It didn't tell me any of this terminology. I'm done. I'm done with this.
We have lost so many points to that WikiHow article.
Everyone go there.
Was it one of those WikiHow articles with really dodgy pictures?
Yes,
though?
with pictures. It was all drawn and stuff, and there were like 11 steps.
The WikiHow ones always are, but there are some of them that you're just like,
yeah.
How did this get approved?
Yeah. Look, I'm just saying, if anyone in the comments to redeem my ridiculousness wants to go on that wiki and fix it up and make it so that I can understand how to play Mahjong, or send me a good article on how to play Mahjong, we can have a rematch. You can win back all the points. Maybe we could do that. You do like a quiz at the end of the arc.
If you have properly learned the rules of Mahjong by the time we watch this bit in the anime.
Oh, this bit in the anime?
Yes.
Okay,
we'll have a Mahjong game.
And I'll try and teach you how to play Mahjong.
One of us will play for Ryukashi, the other will play for our points.
But then we need 2 other players. You can't play with 2 players.
Oh, you're right. So it's
I get points for saying that.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. That's a rule of Mahjong.
You've already stated
that. That's a rule, though.
You already stated it. You can't get multiple points.
Let me know in the comments if I get double points.
You know what? That's fair.
You're not the judge here,
So
Felix.
we play for us, and we need 2 people to play for Ryukashi.
Yes.
Can we get Ryukashi to play Mahjong with us?
I don't know. Let's do it. Ryukashi, bring one of your brothers out here. Let's play Mahjong.
Let's play
do
Mahjong
it.
with Ryukashi.
And then we see how many points we win by. Oh, yeah. You reckon we can beat Ryukashi at Mahjong?
No, we're gonna get destroyed.
We can try, though.
But
All right.
We need to make it so it's like 50,000 points to us.
Yeah.
If we win.
Yes.
But like 5,000 to Ryukashi.
That makes sense if he wins.
So just
yeah.
invalidates all the other points.
Yes, I mean that's the point of every freaking point system in game shows. It's like there's the final rounds. It's worth 5 times as many points. What was the point in the first round? Was there a point? Was there any reason for the first 2 rounds? If it's just gonna this one, we're doing a weird thing. We're gonna cook roast chicken today, and whoever does the roast chicken good wins everything. Doesn't matter if you were knocked out.
Well-designed game show.
But one of us makes roast chicken into their signature dish. That was horse shit. That lovely Asian lady deserved to win.
A well-designed game show.
Yeah.
If you do the best you possibly can in the first round, will still outweigh doing mediocre in the second round.
That sounds like bullshit to me. Sounds like you're defending game shows.
I'm not.
Did I tell you about the time that I was on Go Stop?
You were on that show?
Well, I wasn't on the show. I almost was, but I took too long to like answer questions. Because that's how they do it. That's how they test you if you want to go on. They're like, if you want to go on, come at lunch, and they ask a bunch of questions. And it doesn't actually matter what you answer. It's just about if you answer quickly. But yeah, I got to be in the audience, and one of the teams got in trouble because one of the teachers was like holding his fingers up to show which answer the kid should pick. But they didn't penalize him because it would ruin the show. So that was horse shit. I'm just saying, our school could have won. Also, they gave us all vinegar chips for lunch. It was delicious.
It sounds like a good
terrible.
show. I had some friends on it once, but I don't remember anything about it other than that.
Point is, they're a bunch of liars and cheaters, and they just eat chips. Akasaka-kun, if you can judge something like that, you're only bordering on the supernatural.
Whoa, supernatural!
Whoa!
Akasaka Oyashiro-sama?
That's me.
No, there's plenty of people who can do that without cheating or superpowers.
Just the magic of words.
The person I met in Shinjuku who would get doors every time you blinked. He was as strong as a demon. There was a pro I played with in Yokohama who would grow the tile he needed immediately after calling Ricci like it was an everyday thing. I don't have that kind of luck.
What type of folks were those? They weren't named Ryu or Satoshi by any chance.
Can we pause for a second?
Yeah.
Satoshi?
Satoshi?
Are they saying that our boy Satoshi is a mean mahjong player?
That's what I'm reading.
At the age of 12?
At the age of 12 or 6 or however old he's
Is he even
supposed to be.
allowed in this building?
God no, he puts on a mustache and a top hat and a monocle and he just sneaks in. With his good friend Kurado Oishi.
Well then, is it alright if I'm declared the overall winner?
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we totally lost. I lost. It's been a while since I lost this big. Still, when you were playing, boy, you were pretty into it. It was kind of scary.
I hear that a lot. I don't mean to change gears like that, though. Did I really look that scary?
Yup. The three of us who will not Akasaka-kun, nodded emphatically in agreement. So that was Akasaka-kun, the Mahjong prodigy. Before he goes home from his assignment, maybe I could have him go play at a high-stakes table in my place. But it's not good to get greedy. No fo. Well then, nothing. What are you doing? Well then, nothing for it. It was a promise. We'll wake up a little late. Let's start the group right now. You gotta hit the thing. You can't keep on clicking. You gotta hit the next button. Sorry about this, old man. We out. That's it for tonight. Go home. Nothing you can do. I'm going home to boogie and sleep. My body won't last like this. Problems at work. Oh, that was. Oh shit! It's the tie-in! It's the tie-in!
It's the tie-in!
It's the tie-in!
Ryukashi's friends with the side.
Oh! Also, that was Akasaka, and we get a point for that.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, he is the foreman of the primary construction site at the Konami Dam.
So,
Plot twist. Yeah, we feel.
First of all, I'd like to say I feel like if I'd been paying enough attention, I really should have been able to figure that out.
How so?
Because I'm good.
No reasoning required. I just knew it. Merely by the existence of the primary construction site.
Well, I mean, it's the kind of thing where, like, we've been looking for a motive for Uishi's. Like, I know somebody who might have information on the dam project.
Yeah. It's the boy.
It's not a massive draw to say that the only staff member we've heard about on the dam construction thing was the informant.
I want to say for the record that you did not work any of this out beforehand, and anyone who wants to give credit for it, you're talking all shit. But yes, there you go. There he is.
No, that's fair. I did not work this out. I failed you all.
Good. I just want to make sure that we know that we're both failures in today's session. Me and Mahjong, and you with Foreman.
Well, my point with this, though, is that I think that we have not been cheated.
Yeah.
We have been adequately foreshadowed.
Yeah.
And framed.
For sure.
And now I have to go reread all of Arc 1 and
figure out what Uishi's deal is, yeah.
Oh my god.
He's got a friend who works on the Zoa Dam site.
So he's been hunting all of these people, all of this serial murderer, hoping to get back at the person he thinks killed his best friend.
That seems to be the implication.
Oh my god.
I love Uishi. He's such a good character. He's butting heads with the residents every day. It's a rough business. Next year, I might be in charge of the second side as well. I heard that Gerda-san was pissing blood. You won't hold out much longer. You'll be alright, old man. Your skull is thicker than it looks. I'm not exactly a saint, you know. There's times that just make my blood boil. I especially can't stand dealing with that bratty daughter Sonizaki's. I think one of those days I'm going to rearrange her face. No. At least the pay is good, right? I heard the wages were pretty exorbitant. Of course they are. If the pay was cheap, then we would hang around that god-awful job. Hey, Crowdo, tell you what, when are the police going to tell all the villagers to shove off? There'll be a notice of eviction from the government, right? Maybe. I wonder what will happen. The old man. Oh, we're back to Akasaka.
We are. The old man who identified himself as the foreman of the Hinamizawa Dam spewed a few complaints until he felt better about it, then left quietly.
Yes, quietly.
Wait. Was he the informant and he's just left immediately?
He's gone, yeah. I think.
What was the point?
You know what? I'm not sure. Because there were two characters. They might have been alternating speaking. I don't know.
Now I'm confused again.
Let's go. I'll leave the rest to Seto-sen.
Wait, so he's not.
So this is Sato-san. I don't know.
I'm so confused.
Is he the informant or is he the old man? I think he's the old man. So the informant is not the construction boy.
Now I'm even more confused than I already was.
We figured it out. Uishi-san, are you going home? Oh wait, that's the other guy. Uishi-san, are you going home? If I may, I'll just be in the way, won't I? Besides, the one who bought Sato-san services was you. I didn't pay for my share.
Uishi-san was kind of sketchy, but he was strangely conscientious about some things. I felt quite a bit of a gap between myself and Uishi's generation from that part of him I didn't comprehend.
Then boy. Now I can't call Mr. Marshall here boy anymore. Is Akasaka-kun alright with you?
Yes.
Then, Akasaka-kun, shall we go? Well then, Akasaka-san, later! If you're having any trouble, you can count on me at any time.
Don't have any more money to pay you, you know that?
You can just give back a little of what I lost tonight. Nah.
Rishi, seemingly still not having had his fill of playing around, but without overstaying his welcome, disappeared into the night.
Like Batman.
Wow.
There he goes. What a dreamboat.
What a peculiar ending to that chapter.
Dreamboat.
So the informant isn't the side foreman, but is still connected to
But he was
Rishi.
in the Mahjong game, yes. I don't know who Sato-san is. He's some dude. Maybe it's Satoshi, but like with a shorter name.
Maybe it is. Next time.
Next time!